Welcome to step 4, and this is super important, although a little bit technical. You have to set a time limit for the question you're about to answer. Managing your time is important. I do regularly see people who failed and then they're complaining that they failed, and then when you have a chat with them about it, you find out they didn't answer 2 of the questions because they ran out of time. Like, well, if you don't answer all of the questions, you're not being marked out of 100 anymore. You're being marked out of something else. And you still have to get 45 marks. So we have to answer all of the questions and give each one of them a decent shot, a decent effort. So how do we work out how much time to give each question? Well, firstly, it depends on how long do you have to sit this exam. We have a total of 24 hours, yes, but you're not going to spend 24 hours on the exam. You have to sleep, you have to eat, you have to drink, you have to go to the toilet and relieve yourself, and perhaps have the occasional break or walk or stretch your legs and just get your mind refreshed so that you can focus back on the questions again. Realistically, most people take anywhere from 4 to 12 hours on this bad boy. And I would say as an average, about 8 hours is right. But some do 9, 10, 6, whatever. So you're gonna have to work it out. So how do you manage your time? Well, you decide how long you've got. So if the exam starts at 11, let's say you can do it from 11 through to 5 o'clock, and then you can spend another 3 hours the next morning, maybe. That could be something like 9 hours. During those 9 hours, you may have to take a few breaks. You might want to stop for a sandwich, stretch your legs, go to the toilet. Out of 9 hours, it might actually only be 8 hours. So now at this point, let's use a calculator. So what I'd like you to do is to take the number of hours that you have and multiply them by the number of minutes in each hour, which, you'll have guessed it, is 60. So 8 hours times 60 minutes gives us 480 minutes. If you've got 9 hours to do the exam, no problem. We'll do 9 multiplied by 60 equals 540 minutes. Now that is the total time you've got for the whole thing. Now the exam is divided up into questions, and each question has a number of marks available. So let's say you're going to tackle this culture question here, which is 20 marks. So to find out how much time to give a 20-mark question, what you're going to have to do is calculate how much time you give each mark. There are 100 marks in the whole paper. So you take the number of minutes that you worked out, in this case it's 540, you divide 540 by 100, and that gives you 5.4 minutes per mark, which is roughly, what's that, 5 minutes, 25 seconds? Something like that. Okay, this is a 20-mark question. So we multiply 5.4, that's the number of minutes for each mark, multiply it by 20, and that gives us 108 minutes. So we have 108 minutes to follow all of the following steps, which is going to be something along the lines of read the question thoroughly, read the scenario, find your answers, draft your answer, write your answer. 108 minutes. You've got nearly 2 hours. So what we need to do at this point is create a time limit. Okay, create a time limit. So I'm assuming you have a smartphone of some kind, or a watch, or something like that. But basically, start a stopwatch or set an alarm. Use the alarm function on here maybe, or a timer. There's a timer function on an iPhone. 1 hour. I've got more maths to do, haven't I? It's 1 hour and 48 minutes, I think. Set your alarm and go. And then when that alarm goes off, that's it, you stop. You stop writing and you move on to the next question. You may have time left at the end, which is wonderful. You can go back and attack some questions that maybe you didn't quite finish. It's not an absolute rule either. You might find that some of the easy questions you could just properly smash in less time.
Only a Sith deals in absolutes.
You might not need 108 minutes for this question. Great, okay, fine. In that case, if you think you're finished, just move on to the next one. And you've got time to spare. That's wonderful. But this will ensure that you answer each and every question, which maximizes your chances of success at this NEBOSH General Certificate open book exam. And with that, I will see you in step 5, where we're properly going to get into this now.